tied in with King David, the Davidic line,
yeah.
all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
Even
a lot of that.
I think Vlad the Impaler, or AKA Dracula, actually is related to both Bush and Kerry. I think so.
Yeah.
It's true. I think.
Yeah, I remember reading that.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Sheesh. I mean, it's interesting anyway to look upon that. Again, I think that this is actually a good time to maybe round things up. I don't know if there's anything you want to leave us with here. I mean, this has been an excellent interview, and I want to thank you so much again for coming on. And I would love to have you back at some point, David, and talk more.
Sure. Henrik, the mental energy that you ground in for a conversation is quite unique and rarefied. I can't really go to a frequency that's not conversant with what the person who's the host of the show can actually handle. And you're able to handle the maximum download speed, so to speak.
That's good.
And you also seem to be just completely up to speed with all the different things that I'm talking about. So I've been pleasantly satisfied with this interview. I certainly remember looking at your site and saying, wow, this guy's got some pretty unique and different and hard-hitting stuff here. And I've looked at a lot of websites, and I actually have bookmarked a couple of pages on your site and say, I got to go back and read this.
Good. I'm so glad to hear that, and thank you so much. I mean, that's great to hear that.
If I'm ever in Sweden, it would be great to see you at some point.
Absolutely. Oh, definitely.
Or maybe, I don't know, do you ever plan on doing conferences or anything, or?
What I'm planning on doing actually is getting around and filming a lot, because I'm getting more and more involved all the time in film work, and one plan of mine is to actually go over to the US at some point and bring film equipment with me and do something over there. So I mean,
like I said, that's the holy grail.
Yeah, and, it is.
That's the best way to reach people.
That's right.
And I'm totally open to originally we were kind of looking at the film and saying, well, we got to control exposure, and we got to make sure that we don't have David's image go out unless everybody is involved with it, and we can control how it's going to go. And that was basically the lawyers were saying that, entertainment lawyers from Hollywood were saying that. Well, you don't want to do anything unless you control it.
Sure.
But I think the bottom line is that that Project Camelot video, I mean, one of the two cameras, it looks like there's Vaseline on the lens, for God's sake.
That's right. Geez.
And, it's obviously a homegrown project, but yet the impact that has had has been tremendous. The amount of email I've gotten, people that are just pouring out their heart saying, thank you so much.
Yeah, that's
just off the chart. And so the new approach is, look, the more ways that we can get this material out there to as many people as possible through as many different vehicles as possible, the better.
Yeah.
Because I know what I have to offer. I know how unique and rare it is. And it's my desire basically to connect with people and basically teach them that this is a much more fascinating situation than you may have thought. This is the point we really ought to close on. And that is that it can be so compelling to get swept into the negativity. You can get swept into, oh my gosh, the economy, oh my gosh, the earth changes, oh my gosh, pole shift, planet X, evil aliens might invade, yada, 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 all down the list. And I keep wanting to remind people, we are involved in the middle of a perfect plan. This is a plan that is orchestrated by a divine intelligence, a divine cosmos. It is a plan that is carefully studied and monitored by those who guard us and make sure that nothing is going to go wrong. There is free will on this planet. Negative things are allowed to happen. Holocausts have happened. Genocides have happened. That is all true. But it's important when you look at things like that to remember that you are a multidimensional being, that your body is not the extent of your identity. So you may have, you may die. I mean, everybody dies at some point. But that's only a very small portion of who you are. We have multiple bodies of energy that live in different frequencies of consciousness, different dimensions, if you will. And we will always exist. We cannot die. We cannot be extinguished. Our consciousness is forever and omnipresent throughout the universe, and we are eventually returning to a oneness with God, to a oneness with the creation. So we're at a very, very unique point in this planet's history. It's very rare, first of all, for a planet like ours to be as asleep as our planet is. So there's a lot of people here, and probably most of the people who listen to your show are actually these angelic souls. These are souls that started out from a higher frequency, a higher vibration, didn't need the human school, but they volunteered to be here because we're in so much need of help. And then once you come here, you get stuck here, you get karma, you have to reincarnate, and you end up going through lesson after lesson while also wondering, why is it so disharmonious? Why are people so deceptive? Why do they think they can lie and get away with it? Why do they think they can steal or kill or hurt people?
Yeah.
And you can't make any sense out of it. So these are called wanderers, these people, and most of the people listening are probably wanderers right now. So, you know, my message to the wanderers is basically, look, it's all going to work out, and you don't have to save the world. You're not the Messiah. Everybody's here as a team effort. We're all in this together. Each of us contributes when we can, and if you can't run the marathon, then hand the baton off for a while and take a breather. But the most important thing we need to do, especially the wanderers, is to try to just maintain as much harmony as we can. Each person who stays in harmony is like a lens of light that is focusing the peace and the higher consciousness for the planet, so that we can all unify together and have less war, less disharmony. So it really is true, once again, that if you work your own process, that you're helping everyone. And I do want to just stress one last time that the Science of Peace series is quite the spiritual experience that helps you clarify that intention and be able to really understand on an intellectual level how your mind works and how all these different elements factor in.
Absolutely.
So yeah, this has been really great, and I would love to do another show with you. This was an excellent energy you created, and I'm very honored to have been here. So there's a lot more we can talk about. This is just the beginning. So.
That's right, exactly. And thank you for that last.
For me.
Yeah, thank you for that last note. I mean, excellent point to leave off with after a discussion like this. And again, everyone, I encourage you to head on over to divinecosmos.com and check out that Science of Peace series, the audio series. Also check out some of the articles and books that David has up there for you. So much more to check out. And again, thank you so much for coming on, David. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Henrik. It's been a pleasure for me, too.